Messy Bunnies. This is Faith from faithfullmess, and welcome back to my channel. It's been quite some time since I've made any sort of recording. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being subscribed to my channel. I'm just gonna clear the air for a moment. I'm sure a lot of people have been wondering where I'm at. And if you don't know already, I have had some serious medical issues in the last couple of years, and that has kept me far from one of my favorite pastimes, one of my favorite joys, which is coloring. There's been some recent changes. I've had surgery. I'm still, of course, not 100% back to myself, but I am in a position where I feel like I could probably do a little bit more coloring. And, you know, of course, once you're feeling a little bit better, you know, and you're getting back into an old hobby, you start spending money and purchasing new items. And that's why I'm here today, is because I've purchased quite a number of books, quite a number of art supplies, and I'm finding myself hesitating in working in some of my newer books because I have yet to show them. You know, it was almost like routine. You know, before I would work into a book, I would show you guys what I purchased so that you guys have a clear visual of the new book. So I want to just kind of go through very briefly the new books that I've purchased. I tried to go back all the way to the first of the year because, you know, like I'll be in a store or something and I see a book and I'll pick it up, just stick it on the shelf. You know, maybe I might, you know, put a couple of marks in it, but I haven't been doing too much heavy coloring in most of these books that you'll see. And that's what I'll do. I'll just do a couple of pages, you know, nothing heavy. And show you what I have. If you need to see one of these books in like from front to back and there's not a video that's already on YouTube, put a comment below and let me know if you want me to flip through it completely, and I'll try to make that happen for you, but I cannot promise that I wouldn't have colored in it already, because once I make this video, like, for me, my conscience is clear and I'm gonna start coloring in these books. So let me know, like, as soon as you can if you need like a full flip of any of these books, okay? Also, I wanted to briefly say thank you to everyone who's reached out to me on Instagram, in email, in person, and just wished me well, asked about my health, sent letters. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Dede, Willingham, and the Fibs. You girls are amazing. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. I miss you all so much. And if you don't know what channel I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure I still have Dede linked as always. So go and check out Dede's channel. I'll also, and yes, I will get to coloring. I'll probably also try to link a couple of newer channels that I've recently found, because again, I've been kind of completely out of the coloring world for quite some time, and I've been enjoying a couple of new channels. So if I remember to, if this helps remind me after I'm uploading this video, to try to link a couple of new and smaller channels that you might not have heard of. So and that's all I'm gonna say, and try to not yap so much. So I have a little tiny coffee because it's actually like very late. I think it's like already after 11. It's 10, after 10. And it's just literally just spur of the moment. Let's do this. So I have a coffee here because again, I'm not really used to talking on camera, so if my voice gets a little crazy, which it probably already sounds crazy now, I'm just gonna sip for my drink, okay? Okay, I'm not going to go in any particular order. Just whatever's on the top, because I have two stacks here of books and it does look like I need to zoom in some. I hope I don't mess anything up. a new camera, and I haven't tested completely all of the settings on this, so I hope you guys can see everything. And I have some books marked because there's a couple of like coloring challenges, or what do you call it, coloring prompts and stuff going on for May, and I marked some of the books that I wanted to try to color in for the month. Some of them are in the newer books, some are in my older books that won't be shown here. So I have a couple of different books just marked ahead of time, if that makes sense. So this is Cozy Home by Vivi Vinta. This is a new to me artist, new to me book. And I just realized it has the thing over it, so I'm pretty sure this one is still available on Amazon. I purchased this one secondhand on eBay, so it's a little bent up, a little banged up, but it is what it is. This is a 2025 release, so I'm pretty sure there's still a couple of copies available. And I just thought the images were really cute. And it has like this little checklist of all the pages. So all the pages have names, which is pretty cool. So it looks like I marked this one for probably one of the Facebook groups, because I just put flower palette. And I know what that means to me. I know it doesn't mean anything to anyone here, but I marked this one as a good page to do the flower palette on, but I have yet to do it. More than likely I'm going to do it in alcohol markers. But these books are actually really good for alcohol markers and regular crayons. I've been coloring with regular crayons too, and it's really fun. I've seen this one get colored so many times and it comes out so well. I did not realize until just now that that is in this book. And look, now I see that the calendar is set for June. Like, this would be nice to color next month. Now that I see it. Oh my goodness. I have not flipped through this book yet, so I didn't even realize that they got a girl with curly afro puffs here. That's super cute. This is the cover. It's a little bit different. Yeah, her mouth is closed in the cover. Interesting. So, again, I'm not going to flip through the whole thing. It is single-sided. It's very thin sort of paper. Is it Amazon? It doesn't look like it's Amazon. Let's see if there's a publisher. Let's see. Yeah, well, it might be Amazon. Let's see. Oh, yep. That's Amazon. Definitely Amazon. Okay. So, Cozy Home by Vivi Vinta. Right, here's the next book. Girls Moments, Cute and Comfy Coloring Book by COCOWAYO. I think I have about 4 COCOWAYO books now. When I go into my half-price books, oh yeah, see, look, I got this one for half-price books. They have those on the shelf there, and they're just so adorable. They're so adorable. Like, I cannot get enough of them when I see them in the store. They're just so stinking cute. COCOWAYO, I believe they started on Amazon paper, and now they've been picked up by Random House. So the paper's a little bit of a better quality than the Amazon paper. This one is a 2024 book. And did I show the back? I might not have showed the back. So sorry. Kind of rusty at this. So let's show you a couple of pages. I love that they both have curly hair. Love it. Love it, love it. This is really cute. I like that, you know, they leave the background kind of undone here, and you could literally make this a day picture, a night picture, a rainy day picture. I mean, you can make it into anything that you want. I find it so interesting how a lot of people are coloring their books and adding all sorts of shadow and lights, and it's just incredible, the things that I've seen. So like, for instance, like this one, it already has a moon there, so you kind of have to make this one like into some sort of night scene. This one's already a rainy day. I mean, you could make that into a moon. You could. No one says you can't, right? So, again, super cute. Girls Moments by Coco Wyo. I am pretty sure I just picked this one up like last 2 weeks ago when I was at Hobby Lobby. Don't ask me what I was getting at Hobby Lobby. I can't remember. Maybe some sort of project for Abigail. I can't remember what we're in there for, honestly. Dover Publications. And yeah, $4.79. I think I had to pick it up because it was cheaper than what it was listed for on Amazon. So I think that's why I was like, I'm gonna get this one. The artist's name is Teresa Goodrich. I think this is my third, maybe fourth book by Teresa, and she's got plenty. She has plenty. There's no lack of her books through these Creative Haven Dover books. So I think I have one that's from Dover, and I think the others are Creative Haven. Really pretty. Love. Like that one too. I mean, they're all, I'll be here all day talking about how each page is so pretty. And I could almost swear that this paper is getting better than before. I feel like I remember I used to hate how thin the paper was, and it seems like their paper has improved, but I cannot confirm or deny that actually happened. It might just be in my head. And I think this is the cover. Yep. And let me show you what I've been working on. I'm working on this page. I have some prompts here. I've been working on this. I've just been doing bases with Neocolor 2s, and I'm almost done basing. I'm trying to do it like in layers, obviously, so that I don't tear the paper up, because it is warping quite a bit. To minimize this, what I've done is, instead of using water, I'm using the alcohol marker blender fluid as my medium, and that's kind of helping the paper to dry out a lot faster. So it's coming along nicely. It's coming along slowly but surely. It's a really pretty book. I gotta stop saying that because I'm just gonna say that the whole time. So, Small Town Charm, Creative Haven, and the artist is Teresa Goodrich. Here is one of my most recent little purchases. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more since this book is so tiny. Is that all she's got? I think that's all she's got. That's as far in as I can get. So this is Cute and Cozy Coloring World by Zenny. You know what? Zena Abanales. Zena Abanales? Let's let that, grab that real quick. I might be completely butchering her name, but one of the channels I was watching, one of the new channels I watched, and she just was like, hey, I got a new book, here it is, and I was like, in my cart right now. I absolutely had to have it as soon as I saw it. It was just so stinking adorable. It's so cute. And it just released. But look, it's super chunky. It's got over 100 pages to color, and it is so adorable. It's so adorable. So from what I saw on Amazon is that they make a couple of other things like sticker books. I think this is their first coloring book. This has got like a title page. And did it have the Spittle Dog? It's a publisher. And maybe it's going to have all the information in the back. But look at this. Look. How stinking cute. And there's, you know, what I would say is snow, but maybe you can make that into moss since the flowers are bloomed. It's gotta be, you would have to make that into moss, right? And I just realized this book is stitch bound, which is nice. And I think this will just be so fun to just, and of course they're single-sided, which is amazing for this little book. The paper quality is really thick as well. But they're just tiny little petite little things, and I think this will be great for me as I'm slowly, you know, working my way back into, you know, actively coloring, you know, having these little, you know, tiny victories, as they say, is good for me right now. Just do color a little bit, little tiny little page, and I can say I did it. And go on with my day, or, you know, whatever I'm doing. So, really happy to have this one in my collection. Super cute. Let's see what the back says. Alright, so published in the United Kingdom, 2026 by Skittle Dog. Yeah, Zinni Abanales. Yep. Adorable. Totally adorable. Love it. From Half Price Books. I go to Half Price Books when I trade out puzzles and look for new gently used puzzles as well. Okay, this one published in 2025 by Random House Books. Cozy Cuties, cute and comfy coloring books. I don't think I mentioned it before, but like you can find their Instagram handles here, and like when you tag your work and post it onto Instagram, like these are the hashtags that you can use when you're doing their coloring books. I feel like you can make these into bookmarkers or something. I'm really not sure what this is supposed to be used for, but it's almost like you could, like, they're wanting you to color this and cut it out. But that's just me. Is this the first page? It really is the first page. I feel like these are bookmarkers. I could be completely wrong, but someone let me know if that's what we're actually meant to do at this page. Like, I feel like this is the first page. You know what I mean? They would make really cute bookmarkers. Oh, but anyway. Oh, I've seen this one colored so many times. It's really cute what people do. Love. We have all been here. We have all been there. Oh, the little capybaras. Speaking of capybaras, they have a capybara coloring book coming out. I think it's coming out in August, and I already have it set on my wish list. Yes, I do. Again, super cute. I don't think there's any particular info in the back. Yeah. Totally adorable. Again, loving that they're small, single-sided. Fuzzy. I never say this word right. I think it's Siri. How do you say that Swedish word? Hygge? Hygge?
I can't translate into Swedish.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Publisher here is Clarkson Potter Publishers. This one feels completely different than yeah, this other VV Tinta, right? Is this VV? It is a VV Tinta. They're completely different. This one's a matte, and this one is glossy. And they're also not the same size. Very interesting. What year was this one? March 2025. And this one is $2024. Penguin Random House. Huh. Okay, originally self-published in 2024 and then republished in 2025. So this might be what their newer books look like going forward. Maybe? I don't know, but it's hard to explain. It almost feels like a rubbery felt. It's very, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's got a lot of layers. Anyway, Fuzzy Hygge. We're going with Hygge. Really cute. Stay connected with me. VV Tinta Cray Draw Press. Here's her socials. Oh, and you can visit her website to download more digital coloring pages. And this page is really thick. Is that one page? This is nice. It's double-sided. No way. No freaking way. Okay. Oh. Please. Okay. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Single-sided. This looks like that, like their version of that Norman Rockwell painting, which I think I have as a jigsaw puzzle. Oh, I've seen this page done so many times. And just, again, incredible how people are using light sources and just really, really incredible work people are doing. So nice. And I have not flipped through most of these books. Oh. And I think that's the cover, right? Yeah. Getting really cute. Reminds me I need to take a sip out of my drink. Pick up the pace though. Alright, here's another one I have marked for potential not color alongs, but coloring prompts. And I'm pretty sure this one also got gently used. I don't remember where. Probably on eBay. Maybe with that VB Tinta book, the first one. I keep looking at that Cozy Christmas one, and a couple of times I've almost pressed go, and I just have not pressed go on it. I don't know what's holding me back. But this one's also a 2025, it looks like. Yeah, nothing in the back, so I think this one is 2025. Let's see. Oh, I'm still not at the front. Y'all, I barely have sensation in these fingers still, so sorry. Let's see. 2025 COCOWAYO. Random House Books is the publisher. And is that, well, it's sticky, so I was going to say it's stitched, but there's also glue there, so I'm not quite sure, but it looks like it's stitched. I did some test runs here. I know for sure that is like, what is it, zebra mild liners that I was testing out to see how they work in there. And they, you know, they bleed just as much as any other alcohol marker, unfortunately. But I didn't like how it kind of like ate at the page a little bit, if that makes sense. You're not going to be able to see it, but I can feel it. So I don't really recommend the mild liners in here. I ended up doing this page with regular Crayola crayons. I could be lying. I might have used the ones that come in the stick. What are they called? Are they still just called Crayola crayons? But they come like in that roll up plastic tube. And they don't come with a sharp Crayola edge, or they're not wrapped in paper, they're just wrapped like in a plastic that you can roll up. I don't know how to explain it, but they're like twistables, but the thicker ones, not the ones that's like a thin line, but a thicker twistable Crayola crayon. I think that's what I used on this. And I love it. And this is the first page I did. So 1 April, I did this one just randomly, and I had to press quite a bit. And as you see, like the Crayolas flake up quite a bit. But it came out really nice. And I was able to even get some shadows in there and really, you know, make it pretty. You know, background's pretty scarce, but I mean, honestly, it was it's just a test run. Just like, actually this one's a test run too. This one is Crayola Super Tips, mostly. And I did not like it at all. I did not like how these turned out. And then later, I got these acrylic Lango pins, and I went back in and just kind of did like a test, you know, since this was already a test page, just went in and played with those Langos a little bit, and to see how they look when they cover up the black borders. And they do a really good job. You can feel it a little bit, that it's a little bit raised up, but it is what it is kind of page. You know, the Crayolas were really eating at the page, and I just, you know, didn't want to go back over with more layers and, you know, rip a hole in it. I mean, look at the back is just really indented. It really warps. This paper really warps when you use water-based mediums. So like here's the, like you see, like the back of the Crayola page is real flat. There's no issues there. But this one, I mean, it really eats at it. So it's not made for water. I would not put water in this book that much. And then this one, I want to say is my test run with Ohuhus. I think this is my test run with Ohuhu markers, because I bought a little set from Michael's. Long story short, I went to Michael's with some cash. I had some cash. I was gonna buy some refills for my Copics. Tell me why my Michael's had no Copic anything. Someone came in and cleaned out their daggone marker case, and they hadn't got a chance to replace it. So they said even though like on their store website it said like how many Copics they should have had and how many copies they had nothing, because someone went in there and wiped them completely out of Copics. It's sad. So I didn't want to go home empty-handed, and they had a ton of Ohuhus, and I had actually never seen them in person, had no idea Michael's actually sold them. And I've been, I had already been on, social media and YouTube and seeing people are using Ohuhu, so I was like, let me give these Ohuhu markers a try. But I am a Copics girl. And it came out okay. It came out just fine. I think I went back in with pencil here and there to give it a little bit of shadowing, because again, I don't have a billion of these Ohuhu markers. But it came out okay. It came out fine. It came out fine. I could have added more shadows somewhere over here, I feel like, and especially like inside of the pizza box. I don't know why I didn't think to put some shadows there under the pizza box. But it's cute. It's a test run. And then I like how this one came out. I entered this one in a Facebook group competition. I have no idea where I placed, because I'm not very good on I'm not very good on Facebook and following where the challenges go and where to look, to see where you placed or to see how many people voted for you. I have no idea. So I entered it into the contest and then never heard anything back. So I don't think I won. But I am still very happy with how my page came out. I really worked on like adding like the water details, if that makes sense, for rain. That was actually the name of the competition, was like rainy day or something like that, something about rain, because it was for April. And so I just worked on adding as much details about the rain as I could. I even added like a little bit of water at this poor capybara's honey stand that is getting rained on, and it just so happened to be the next page in the book. So I didn't, this obviously wasn't necessarily supposed to be a rain theme, but it was the next page, and I was like, yeah, let's just keep going front to back. So I think I'm going to do this one front to back. That's where I'm at. And this is the next one. I thought this would make a nice lemon palette, and it's ice cream, so that's why I marked this one for the lemon palette page. And I have 2 pages there now. Seen this one colored quite a bit. Adorable. Just adorable. Really cute. Is that the back? Oh, it goes straight to the end, just like that. So yeah, that is Cozy Corner by Coco Wyo. Another one here. This one I found at Half Price Books for $2.99. Let's see what year this one was made. This one, wow. Okay, so originally 2016, but it looks like this one was probably reprinted in 2022. So it's getting up there in age. Let's see how the paper feels compared to the other one. Like even I feel like my hand can see right through it. It still feels okay though. I really like this page. I know that some people will say that one's really plain, but the possibilities. Love flying kites. I know, I think about it. We didn't fly kites last year. I haven't flown a kite since the Outer Banks trip. Really nice. Let's see what's in the back. In the back, there's the last page for spring. Hope I'm in frame there. There we go. Spring Scenes. Creative Haven by the artist Teresa Goodrich. Found at Half Price Books. The illustrator is Steve James, and you know, I meant to go back and see why that name was so familiar. I feel like I've seen this name before, but I don't remember where exactly, why it sounds so familiar. Okay, Cozy Coloring, Cozy Gardens. I have not flipped through this book, I don't believe, for myself yet. This is a new book. It is a 2026. Published through Arcturus. I think I have a couple of their books, but I think this is my first Steve James book. Y'all have to let me know. Why does his name sound familiar? I'm wondering if maybe he was like in Doodlers Anonymous or something like that, if you guys remember that book. Or is he like a cartoon illustrator? Is he do greeting cards? Or kids storybooks, like board books or something? Don't know why the name is jumping at me. But these are, of course, adorable. This one's giving me Animal Crossing vibes. And that's probably why this book came home with me. It's probably because it's giving Animal Crossing. Oh man. Another B page I can do. Ooh. Yeah, this one's really cute. It's got a little scarecrow. Yeah. Up in there. And there we go. I don't know what the title of this book is. I have no freaking clue. But if you need any of the info, try to leave it there so you can see it. Adry makes some beautiful books. I love that this one as well has a cover for the cover. Oopsie, sorry, that was super loud. I wonder if, nah, I think it's too glossy. I was wondering if maybe if alcohol or acrylic markers might mesh well on there, but it's too glossy, I think. Adry is probably my most collected coloring book artist. I think I have all her books now. I could be wrong. I probably need to double check myself, but all her work is quite good. You can't go wrong with the Adry book. Probably, I don't know what I was going to say here. If I could never color again, I think I would still purchase her books just because I love looking through them and seeing just how creative, like how her stories go, even though yes, there's no like freaking, there's no there's no little paragraphs on each page, like a storybook, but just her imagination is incredible, Am I tripping? Is that a tree behind them? Or is that her hair? I think I'm gonna change this into her hair. I think this is a boy, and he's got a tree behind him in such a way that it literally looks like his hair. I'll have to see if there's another page with a person with curly hair like this, because it's almost too coincidental. But anyway, I don't think I ever noticed that until now. Anyway. I did one page in this book actually. I could not let this book just be. So I'll show you that page. Again, so nice. I think I'm going to end up getting a second copy of this book so that I can do more in alcohol markers. I've really been using a lot of alcohol markers lately. So here's the page that I did. Kept it super simple. Completed this one on the 13th of April. And I used, alcohol markers and colored pencils, and went back in with a little bit of Jelly Roll White. And I love it. I made I wanted to practice some of that play on shadow and light that I've been seeing people do, and I just love it so much. So I did a play on that and turned the, I guess what you would say, it would have more than likely been a day scene. So I turned it into like a day and night scene, using the hat as like her light. So there's like, she's got like a veil of light around her when it's actually night outside, and just kind of colored everything and then went over it with this gray alcohol marker to give like this veil of darkness that's being pushed back. And I even used some, I think I used jelly roll on her hair to get the lines out of her hair, and then added in lines here to kind of show where the hair was looking in the dark, and put stars in her skirt, just kept it real simple, a little red bow, my little homage to Kiki. And I adore it. I don't know about anybody else, but I actually really like it, so I love how it came out. And I think I used did I use my color wheel on this one? I think I used maybe a Pinterest color combo. I've been using Pinterest to like try to help build a color palette, because otherwise I'll just want to keep pulling every single color out. So I try to limit myself to a couple of colors, and that really helps me to focus on where to put colors with the colors that I'm able to choose from, if that makes sense. But I chose this page, of course, to do my first test run with alcohol markers, because there was nothing but words on this side, and I think I took a screenshot of it already and read it. Could not tell you. I don't remember what it said, but I'm pretty sure I took a picture for myself to translate later if I hadn't already. And yeah, and that's nearly it. More information about each page is in the back, which is really nice. You can use all these pages, of course, to test your mediums on, instead of like what I did. But in this book, it says 2025. I could have sworn this book came out just a few months ago, but maybe it was just last year. Okay, maybe it's me that's late, but I just picked up this book, and yeah, I had to color in it immediately. So really cute. Looks really cute like that too, but yeah, beautiful. I'll give you the front again. The one that was on top of it. I actually pulled another copy from Ollie's. Did I get this from Ollie's? Yeah, from Ollie's. $4 at Ollie's. Saw it on the shelf. This is my second copy of this book. Daria Song, who is also an incredible artist. Just incredible. And I think really just having a second copy will just make me feel a little bit better about using alcohol in the book. So originally published in 2025. I said 2025, in 2015. Oh my gosh. That's how old we are, you guys. 2015. Good Lord. This book has been out for a minute. I know there's dozens and dozens of flip-throughs of this one, so I'm just gonna briefly go through this book and not talk too much about it. Daria is quite the storyteller as well, and has quite the imagination, as you can see. All these double page spreads, man. Yeah. So glad I got a second copy because honestly, alcohol markers would just make life so much easier. You know? So that's enough of that. There's an index in the back. And is there? Nope, that's it. That is it. The Night Voyage by Daria Song. There we go. Okay, now I can see both edges at the table. So this is Disney's Les Grands Classiques, Tome 13, Colorage Mysteries, and these are basically like a color by number books. Hatchet Little Heroes, I believe is the name of the publisher, don't quote me. And I want to say this one has 100 images, but I could be wrong. I only took 1 year of French, y'all. I'm gonna go with the Great Classics book 13. I really don't know. I took 1 year of French and I took 2 years of Latin, and I'm telling you, taking Latin in high school has really helped to just kind of have like the core basics of a lot of languages when you're looking at it, but it doesn't make it any less hard to pronounce or to read. Okay, so these basically, you pick out your colors from this border here, right? And you just, use a magnifying glass because it's so little, unless your eyesight is just that good. But like literally, like I have to use my magnifiers that I got from Walgreens to be able to see such the detail, because my regular prescription glasses, even with those, I strain. So pick up, if you're having trouble with some of the books that have the finer detail, just go on and get them little 2.5, 3 magnifying glasses at your local drugstore, and help your eyes out. Just don't struggle. So, like, there's some that are double spreads. Like, I think this one's a double spread, right? And then there's some that are singles, if that makes sense, right? And this goes throughout the whole book, so it is double-sided. So I still haven't decided yet what's gonna be the best thing for me, but I do remember that I picked out a test page. So it's probably right here somewhere. Let's see. Okay, this one. Yeah, this is my test page that I chose, because that one's Hey Hey. This page, I have no idea who the character was at all. I don't think I've seen the movie, and it was just a page I didn't necessarily care for. So this picture of Mufasa and Simba is my test run page that I already kind of pre-planned. I think what I'm gonna do is divide it maybe in 8s. I might do it in 8s, but I think I'm gonna go corner to corner like that and split it and do different types of medium and see what works best for me. But I'm gonna do it and not regard this underpage at all. So I'm just gonna really just have fun, try all the mediums that I want, go crazy, and see what I think would work best for me. That's what I plan on doing to help me get going. Let me show you the page that I don't care about. It is this one that I do not know what it is, and I am so sorry to that guy. So I'll be coloring this Mufasa page. So yeah, there we go. There we go. Another COCOWAYO book from Half Price Books. You guys, I was not kidding. This is Comfy Corner. I told you, I go in there and I'm just like, oh, I gotta have it. Random House Books is the publisher. It looks like this one was released in 2026. Let's take a look. So sorry. I keep losing grip and slamming the book down. Yeah, 2026, COCOWAYO, Random House Books. Paper's really nice, a little see-through there, but not horrible. And we have a little capybara here with a frog hat. So stinking cute, I tell you. Just adorable. Oh, and here's, I didn't even notice, the first page is one that I see a lot of people doing. So you guys have to tell me if you have these books. Do you have these books? Are you coloring front to back? Because I promise you, I've seen so many of this one. So I'm wondering if people are working in the book from front to back. I wonder if I should do that with all of my books. Color front to back. Instead of just jumping around so much, you know. Handcraft store. Oh, they're at the aquarium. And he's literally painting the stingray or the manta. Is that a manta? Maybe that's a manta. Pet zone. It's so cute. I have not flipped through this book. cute, except for the tub is overflowing. Who turned this tub on? Where you at? A lighthouse. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love these so much. They're so cute, you guys. They're so cute, and they don't take terribly long to color at all. And just again, like alcohol markers right now are just the easiest on my hand or my whole arm, and it just makes it so much fun. It makes it so fun. That is technically not, it's technically not a coloring book, but I saw it at Ollie's, and the cover itself, it was near the coloring book section, so it was in the graphic comics area, and the cover just jumped at me, and I picked it up and saw that it was in black and white, and I thought it would be interesting to see if I could paint a couple of pages here and there. I don't think I would do the whole book. This is published by Abrams Books, and if the cover didn't tell you, it's kind of like a book that's about history. It's loosely or more so based off of like hand told events, so not necessarily historically accurate by book standards, but by word of mouth standard, if that makes sense, is what I understand. So there's probably some things that, you know, the history books have left out, but people that were there and were able to tell their story, there's things in here that speak out about that. So it's called Run, published by Abrams Comics. To the Preachers of Hope. And yeah, so this is how most of all the book looks, in black and white. Gives like the dates of things that are happening. I read a couple of pages in, and you know, basically integration was supposed to take place, and some African Americans came to a local church to worship, and they were not allowed in, even though integration says that they're supposed to be able to come in. But you know, we have a very, very dark history here in the United States. Well, I mean, honestly, everyone's history has some dark parts to it, you know. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to go through it and do a couple of pages here and there. This one, I just picked a page in the back and used Tombows, but I wasn't able to find like a nice skin tone with the Tombows, so that's how it looks. But again, this is just a test run. It's got a couple of parts where you can feel where it starts to peel, so that's why I'm thinking alcohol markers would be my best bet in this book to make sure that I don't peel up the book. So I'll have to find another spot to test some alcohol markers. Maybe I'll test back here or something. Or maybe one of these pages I'll test the alcohol markers on, but yeah, really interesting. And it's got all black and white throughout, so paper is super thick, but you know, I'm positive the alcohol markers will bleed through to the other side, so I just have to be mindful of that I might want to take a moment before I really go in with the alcohol markers on this one. I might want to read this book first before I do that, just so that I can be sure that I can read to the other side. Or I could probably use all pastel colors and it'll probably still look amazing, and then I would still be able to read what's on the other side. I think probably like my biggest concern is like in some spots the writing is in white, so if I happen to color something over here that's pretty dark, it might be really hard to see some of the words. So that's what I need to be mindful of. So that is Run. I've got Color Me Capybaras, a captivating coloring book. Super cute. It's by Cider Mill Press. And had to get it when I saw it. Had to. This is a 2024 publication. And picked this one out for the Disneyland palette. And it would also fit in with Diane Dreams in Colors, Color a New and Neglected Book. So those were two of the little prompts that I pulled out for this one. Again, I pull out prompts for a couple of books, new and old. So I have a couple of cards in various books just to kind of see, hey, you know, if you feel like coloring in this book, you can do this one, you know, just, you know, because, but I'm not forcing myself to color in any particular number of books right now. Am I still, there we go, in frame. I want to make sure I'm in frame. This will make a nice page to actually do a test run on. This page, yeah, this one, since the introduction page is on the other side, you know, so this would be a great page to try out a bunch of mediums on. That is, if there's not a test page in the back. I'm not sure. I have not flipped completely through this book. Stitches. Oh, this book has got stitches in it. Nice. The art style is really, really cute. Really cute. Let's see if it had the artist name. I'm trying to remember if I said. Does it not say? Oh, over here. Ella Jarzebek. Let's see. Oh, hashtags. Don't keep your colorful creations to yourself. Take a picture and share it on social media with hashtag ColorMeCapybara. So I'm assuming they would expect us to chop out one of these hashtags and put it on top of our page when we're done coloring, and I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I would use these as test pages. So that is Color Me Capybaras. Really cute, stinking cute, and it has a ton of pages. I don't even know how many there are. Does it have a number? It's at least, it's over 100. Yeah, over 100 pages. Yep. World Within Worlds. Color New Realms. This is by Kirby Rosanis, and Ollie's had this one for $3. Welcome to a brand new universe of pure imagination, the astonishing first book in Kirby Rosane's next series. I bet this one is from a couple of years ago. Let's see. This one is from 2019. 2019 it looks like. I think this is my third or fourth Kirby book, and I have very few completed pages from him. I honestly, his books are just really awesome to look at. I don't purchase every single one though, because I know there's quite a number of repeated books. So the price on this one was just, really good. And I hadn't purchased one of his books in quite a while, so I picked it up. And I think what I'll do, again, I've been, just kind of harping on alcohol markers, is that I'm probably just gonna, pick a couple here and there and just color in alcohol markers and not worry about what's on the back. Like, so for instance, like with this one, I'd probably end up coloring this page and what's over here. Let's see. Maybe this double spread, I guess, because I don't really see myself coloring this one. This one doesn't interest me right off the top of my head. Wow. Crazy detail. And yeah, I haven't opened this book up properly yet, so I haven't broken the spine, and I need to do that to give a better flip through, but I don't plan on flipping through the whole book, so I'm not going to waste my strength to force it down. There's some really awesome pages. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Dede is working through one of Kirby's books right now, so if you need some inspiration, definitely hit her page up, her YouTube page up, and you can see how she's tackling the pages with bases of acrylic paints and gel markers and I think she even used some, did she use white Posca? Maybe it wasn't necessarily a Posca, but something else. But yeah, definitely always just check out Dede's channel, definitely. Okay. The unofficial Yellowstone coloring book. This is one of John's shows that he likes to watch. I have not watched the show, but you should have seen his face when I brought this home. He was like, what? I seriously doubt that he'll actually color in it, but you know, maybe I might tackle a couple of pages here and there. This is a Dover publication, and this has that same velvety sort of cover like that, well, actually it has glossy right there, but this has that same glossy, I keep saying glossy, like a velvety cover like that one VB Tinta book. It's got like a, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Let's take a look at this one. Art by George Tofexis. Not sure on that pronunciation. John's been trying to get me to watch this one, but I'm just like, eh. And but he says it's really good, and it's got like a bunch of different, I don't want to say spin-offs, but different versions of time. Like it goes like way back into time and then comes back around and touches on different characters in the story. But I purchased what is it? I forgot what the name of the book is. But I purchased the book Lonesome Dove or something. Is it called Lonesome Dove? For his birthday. Cute little page. Yeah. I feel like these pages are doable. And the fact that they're single-sided, I really can't complain there, right? Frog Seasons, a Hoppy Coloring Journey by Freya Sterling. And let me show you the back. 30 hand-drawn illustrations. I just recently started following Freya. She is a real person, which I love that there's a, you know, not necessarily a face to a name, but a real person to the name. And I had to get this book. This is my first book by her, and I had to get this one because, of course, it has frogs on it. You guys know. You already know. And there's her handle for her social medias, so make sure you go and follow her. She is a real person. If you're not subscribed to her and you subscribe, tell her that I sent you to her channel. You tell her. Okay. I love that it's got a table of contents. Hey, you. Yeah, you. That's funny. Ooh, page completion checklist. I love this so much. I love this so much. Are they as fancy as Aries? No, but it's there. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for putting a name to all the pages. I love this so much. Like I was thinking, or I think I saw, that's probably where I got the idea from. I think I saw someone do 4 different textures on this page, so you can kind of see them all together, and I think that's a great idea. Oh, frogs and strawberries. I mean, does it get any cuter than that? Froggy's fishing. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me stop. I have to stop. I have to stop. Autumn. Look at you. He's so super cute. Okay, let me stop. Oh my gosh. Super cute. Oh, are there... Okay, so look, there's more pages I can use as like test pages, and look, these are some samples from another book. So, you know, she's just trying to get me to get one of her other books, and you know, I'm gonna have to get it because frogs, frogs, frogs all day. Yes, please, thank you. It was so hard for me not to buy all the frog books that I saw on Amazon, you know. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, she's got some color swatch pages back here. Looks like there's a couple of those. Some pattern practice pages. Practice with the S. Okay. Yeah, right? Okay, no? No. Okay. Well, it is today. Amazon paper, and this was printed on the 4th of May 2026, so a very, very new book. So cute. And Freya, if you just so happen to see this video, it's been a pleasure chatting with you through the internet. Okay, next we have another Ollie's book, Reflections, Kirby Rosanna's, another chunky coloring book, and I know I have another book with this image in it, so I think I probably got this one because it's got doubles of some of the ones I already have. Oh, I'm on a different page, sorry. Plumes. I don't think the other book is by Plumes. When is this one? Does it not say yet? Doesn't say yet. Feels funny. More info and colored inspirations here, and it shows who colored in all those books. Coloring section. Does this just go straight into it? This is so weird. Just go straight into it. Don't know yet. I must have to look to the back. This paper feels different. It's very slick. Very slick. Yeah, I think all of these images are from other books. Paper is very different. Let's see what it says in the back. Plume. An imprint of Penguin Random House. But it does not feel like anyone that I've felt so far. Published in 2024. There we go. Reflections. Okay. Here's another Ollie's book. Journey in Color, Mexican Folk Art Coloring Book by Molly Hash. I had a couple of books by Molly Hash. I stashed them quite a bit ago. And so now I think this is my only Molly Hash book that I have right now, I believe. So I thought this one would be great for coloring like Disney Coco inspired pages. This one's published by Chronicle Books and published in 2017. So yeah, I do believe this one came out around the same time that her other books came out. Single-sided, which is amazing. We love that. And that is probably why I picked this one up. So that I could use relatively any medium that I want. I love it. It's so like just refreshing to see like the uniqueness of it. You know, it's not cookie cutter. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be really fun. And I don't know how many people are, you know, actively coloring in these old school books, but I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this one. So it gives me all the Coco vibes. So that's one of my favorite Disney movies. I haven't watched it in quite a while. Wonderful Wildflowers, a coloring book and floral quest. I must have picked this up at Hobby Lobby. Is this her newest book? I really don't know. Y'all, I don't keep up with Johanna like that. I'm surprised I've kept all her books considering the big purge I did. 2025. I think I was just like, I love looking at her books, but I was getting upset that I hadn't colored in them as nearly as much as I want to because of the detailing. But now that I have like these little magnifying glasses, I think I should be okay now to go back into her books and not feel any sort of way about it, you know? And again, like right now, just because of the limitations that I have, I'm not caring too much about what's happening on the back page, if that makes sense. So I'm not gonna let myself be limited to what kind of medium that I need to use in that moment, just because the book is double-sided. So yeah, I have to be okay with it, you know, because that's just how my life is right now. But anyway, this paper color is like almost like a heather, like a gray. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not stark white like you would think. So this is Wonderful Wildflowers. Let's see. There's your color palette test page. The Plant Hunters list. Plant Hunters. Interesting. Is there a answer key? Like, is it 9 of these and 12 of those? Like, what does that mean? I'm so confused. I don't know. You know? I don't know. Anyway. Wonderful Wildflowers. Okay. This is a double. I actually have this book, and I forgot that I have this book, and I saw it in MAI'S and was like, ooh, pretty book. I should add that to my collection. Not realizing, since I hadn't colored in so long, that I actually already own a copy of this book. So now I have a double. And I'm gonna keep it. I am missing a book from Mel. We call her Mel Chat. Mel C. I think it's the one that's called Dream World or Dreamland or something like that. That's the one that I actually really want that I don't have. So I'll flip really quickly because I'm pretty sure that everyone has seen this book. Okay, printed by Thunder Bay Press in 2021. Yep, had this book and didn't realize it. And this one is double-sided, so since I have 2 copies now, I will definitely be using alcohol markers, absolutely, and will not think twice about it. I think that's probably like the good thing about having a double copy, is that you really, you know, you have another copy and you can just go crazy, you know? I really like her art style. There's just something really unique about it. All of the other books, I forget what they're called. I'm not loving those other ones that are very similar to this layout. Look at this one. Look at all the detail on this page. Just incredible. Just incredible. Just amazing. You know? Alright, let's see what's going on in the back. Oh, and also, yes, Mel is a real person. She real. She is real. Okay, and you can follow her Instagram as well. Okay, no, nothing specific in the back. Alright, no test page. Yeah, no test page. I mean, that one. That would have to be the test page right there. Whoa. Hard to say. Yeah. No real test page in this one. So. But beautiful, beautiful book. Circle of Life, A Coloring Journey by Mel C. Okay, I got another VB Tinta book. This one was purchased through eBay. It's an eBay slip. Fuzzy Hygge. Christmas Vibes Coloring Book. You can see it's a little beat up. It is secondhand. I think this is the one that came with a little bit of coloring done in it already. Don't quote me. This might be the one. Oh, yep, it is. That it is. So, thanks, Liz. Thanks, Liz, for coloring this first page for me. It looks beautiful. I'll probably do something with whatever's going on here. I have no idea. You know, maybe fix it up a little bit. But thanks for your book. I will love it. So, paper's really thin. It's got an advent calendar. Oh my gosh. Well, now I have my Christmas book. We got a little list here. I'm assuming these are the actual page titles. First Snow. Let's see. Post Office. Dear Santa. Yes! These are the actual titles. Nice. Love, love, love. We had a page very similar to that, but it was Thanksgiving. Definitely Amazon paper. This one was printed in Oregon, it looks like. Yeah, in Oregon. I think most of the time mine are printed in Cleveland. Okay, no test page. No test pages in the back. So I guess just the ones that were in the front, right? Yeah, one test page in the front. So There we go. Super cute. Fuzzy hygge. 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 Now I sound like an engine. Hygge, hygge. Christmas Vibes Coloring Book by Vivi Tenta. Okay, another eerie book. Could not tell you the title. This one might be titled Fairy Tales or something, possibly. All that Latin goes right out the window when I'm looking at Japanese. It goes right out the window. My Latin does not help me here. Guess I cannot read the characters at all. Not at all. Amazon. I just realized the book's a little messed up here. Even my corners are dented. Oh my gosh. Amazon. Killing me sometimes. Here is the non-glossy cover this time, so you could definitely go over this one with markers or acrylic paints and have no issues here. You know? I have not looked through this book. Here's all the thumbnails of all the images that we have, and it's in the front this time. That's a little different. That is unless this book is backwards. Let's see. Interesting. This one says 2022. 2025 up here though, but it says printed in 2022. I'm so confused. So confused. I don't know what order I'm in. I think I missed a couple of eerie books, so I'm really not sure where this one sits on the order of things. No clue. They are double-sided, every time I have an Eerie book, I always want a second copy, just immediately. it just feels like it would take off the pressure of making mistakes so much. Nice. Looks like this one is, I'm assuming, the seasons. It's gotta be the seasons or something, right? Not the seasons. Maybe the elements? Fire, right? Dragon for fire. Maybe the bird for wind. The tiger for earth. And the turtle in this like eel thing for water or something, right? It's gotta be. I think this is the elements, not the seasons. Again, the title page will probably tell me a little bit more on what that actually is. But yeah, I could flip through this whole book and just not ever be bored, even with all of her books that I have. They're just incredible. Absolutely incredible, even just to look at. Even if you don't even color in them, just having them and looking through them is just amazing. She's so talented. There we go. So nice. We're almost there. Okay, so this I think you can see what happened here. You can look at this and immediately know what happened. This book came first, and wow, was I surprised. And I'm keeping it. Obviously, Amazon did not want this back. And this, of course, is supposed to be this book, but some idiot printed it on the wrong format. So I always wonder if there's a whole book, a whole box of these in a wrong format, which is just so funny to me. But I can't throw it away. I think it would make such a great little test book. And I find it so interesting, just like the way that it's cut off, that, I mean, you could really make the scenes completely different to, you know, what it was probably actually meant to be. Sometimes in my head, I think it would be really cool to make the whole book into Polaroid format, you know, so like to open up the border a little bit more and then just cut out the bottoms completely, you know, on some of them. Some of them it would work, some it would not work for. I just think it's adorable. I think it's absolutely adorable, even though it was chopped in half. And I made a joke, you know, that whimsy D is a completely different kind of cozy coloring that we did not ask for. But this is what the book is supposed to look like. Whimsy Days. Cute, kawaii coloring book. And this is the Cool Kish Club. And they also have a handle on Instagram as well. Printed on Amazon paper. I hope they get picked up by Random House Books at some point, because it's super cute. Okay, published in 2026. This is the pattern practice page. Here's that little window again, just like Freya's page. This would be great to practice different textures. Super cute. And I don't think it had titles, did it? Nope. No titles. Let's see what's in the back. Yep. Not much in the back either. But again, super cute. And I'm happy to have my little official technique practice, you know, practice book. I think that'll be fun. Speaking of practice books, I picked this one up also on Amazon, on eBay. The author is Christina Bashevsky. I'm assuming that H is still pronounced like Christina. Yep. Practice coloring, master patterns, techniques, and colors. And if I remember correctly, this is the one. Is this the one? No, I don't think this is the one. I was thinking this is the one that had a space to put your palettes, but I don't think this is the one. See, this one's gently used. It looks like these are Ohuhu color numbers. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm gonna figure out a good purpose for this book. If I remember correctly, it didn't have, this one have the, Yeah, this one just has like the blank spots but didn't have tutorials, and I think the other one that I picked up has the tutorials in it. So I think I just bought this one as an extra. You know what I mean? So it's got like spaces for you to try out different techniques, but it doesn't actually give you instructions to do said techniques. I wonder if it gives you like a, yeah, it just gives you different things to try, but not necessarily the instructions. And I'm trying to remember if it gave you a, no. I was thinking maybe it gave you like a code or something to go and find tutorials, but maybe you just have to, you know, follow her on Instagram or TikTok to find more practice techniques. So I think this is why I ended up getting the other book that has a little bit of a tutorial on it, but I'm still happy with this purchase as well. That way I have a spot to try it on paper. But this one by Creamy Paper Co., Coloring Pal, Your Ultimate Coloring Workbook. And I think this is one of the ones that they make that has actual tutorials in it. I need to drink. So this one's really thick. Again, it's a little banged up. I got it off of eBay. Workbook checklist. Color wheel, color harmony, basic terminology. Okay, how to color shading and shadows, shadowing and color practice, how to color highlight practice, how to blend a blue sky, blending practice. So I think that's why I ended up getting this one, because it's supposed to have a little bit more information on how to do those things. So let's see if we can flip to an actual practice. I really like that this one had color palette journals on it, because I wanted a spot to put like color palettes that I really like, that worked out really well for me, and see if they actually will work in other coloring books as well. So what I've been doing for like all those pages, minus the one that was done with Crayola Super Tips, but all the ones that I've done, I kept a log of what colors that I use, and I want to see if I can get those to work on a different page completely, and see if like, hey, these colors just always go good together, you know what I mean? So like this one has like some information on how to do color and shading, and then it gives you like shading and shadow practice, you know? And then it asks you to try it by itself, and then how to color highlights, and it tells you a little bit about that, and then it gives you highlight practice, and then try it by yourself. Okay, blend the blue sky, and then practice and practice and practice practice, because God knows we need more practicing on blending those backgrounds. So, and I've been really watching some other people show how they do that with alcohol ink as well. So, yeah, it'll take some practice to get it to blend correctly, you know? So I think what I'm going to end up doing, because like I have a couple of sets of like cheaper alcohol markers than my Copic, so I think like when it comes to like backgrounds and lots of big spaces, I'll probably try to use my cheaper markers to blend than using up my more expensive Copic markers for that. And I've actually been thinking about getting like one of those cheaper pastel sets, and use those as base colors and bring in the Copics to darken up shades, if that makes sense. But again, that'll be probably talked about in another video. Fantasy World, which reminds me, I did, okay. Fantasy World, Emily Leidenhall Oberg. One of the most anticipated books this year, I think, hands down. I want to say everybody is getting this book, and if you're not getting this book, what's wrong with you? I think that's fair to say. I think that is fair to say. We're all so happy to see this book, and it is actually the beginning of a new series of books, so we will see more from her in the future. So this book also came a little banged up from Amazon. It came in a big old box all by itself with no cushioning, and it just rattled around inside of that thing. So I have some weird bruising going on in the front and one crushed corner. I didn't fight with Amazon about it because I did not. I don't want to fight with them about it. I just wanted this book. It came like 2 days late, and I'm definitely not giving it back to anyone. So obviously published in 2026. New publisher for her, Better Day Books, and Schieffer Publishing as well. Yep. Love this title page. Nice and thick paper. We have stitch binding, and of course it is a hardback book. And we all know and love her. At least many of the old school colorers know and love Emily. I remember in the beginning, lots of people did not like that she had circles on the cheeks of her characters, and I absolutely adored it. I did not care. I loved it. But they're not on there now. I don't feel any sort of way about it. I am just overly excited that we have a new book from her, to be honest. So I hate that it's double-sided, and this is why I am 1000% sure that at some point I will get a second copy, if not a third. I hate that I do not have a second copy of her first coloring book, Fairy Tales. I need a second copy of that so bad. I just need one so bad. I really do. They're out of print, and shoulda, coulda, woulda. So if one pops up on eBay and it's not you know, $5,000, you know, I'll probably get it, you know. So anyway, again, there's tons of flip throughs of this book. It is absolutely gorgeous. Go get you one before they're all gone, because once her books are gone, as you already know, they be gone sometimes. I mean, it was really a fight for her to be able to get one of her other books republished, and so yeah, she is one to hoard and collect. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. This is called Hollow Earth, a coloring book by artist Ghost Shrimp, and it's a thick one. They also make another book called The Lost Forest, but when I saw some flip throughs of it, I wasn't necessarily interested. I've been doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that in this book. Like this page has actually a lot of different alcohol marker brands, and I think I did some Papermate Flare and Tombos, I think, as well, or maybe the Marvy Uchitas. There's a couple of different things. I've just been kind of test running in it, but it's super thick. Let's see, Tarcher and Penguin Random House Books, 2025. Dan Bandit, which I guess is Ghost Shrimp, I'm assuming. And I love the thick lines. Let's be honest, I really love that. And it's single-sided. Love that. Paper's a little slick. Very slick. If I'm being real, it is pretty slick. But it's just very imaginative. So, at this very moment, you know, even though I normally, like, once I get with the artist, and I'm like, I want to get all of the books that they have, but I don't know. I don't think I see myself getting the first one. I felt like it didn't, I don't remember why, because again, I only probably just saw what was available through Amazon, but I don't remember it being something that I was like, yeah, I think I'll get that one too. So I think this one was the better of the two, even though I hadn't seen the other one in person. This was the one that was at our grocery store. There we have it. Oh yeah, this is my test run back here with Neocolor ones, not the twos, but the ones. And it came out fine. It's pulling up very shiny. I didn't use any Gamsol or anything to blend it out. It's literally just straight to the paper and nothing else. So, meh. Didn't like how they felt on there. So, I think alcohol markers is probably the best bet for this one. I feel like water and this book would not agree either, even though I haven't tested that actually, so, but I don't think it would. So that's Hollow Earth, coloring book by Ghost Shrimp. So, but if you have this book and you've tried water in it and it works, please tell me I'm wrong. tell me I'm wrong and that water and this book get along really well, but just from the way that it feels, I feel like water wouldn't be the best thing to go in this book. I would stick with alcohol markers. Romantic country, because I do, and we don't need to say anything else about it. I actually have 3 now of Romantic Country, the first tale. Right? Is this the first one or the second one? I think this is the first one. So, don't come at me, bro. Don't come at me. I'm not even gonna flip crazily or anything. Look at that. As you can see, I have not opened this book yet. Looks like there's stitching and glue. When was this one printed though? That's a great question. Let's see. Is it going to tell me up here? Nope. Let's see. This one. Hard to say. Let's talk about the first editions. I'm assuming 2016. But it's saying the first editions were published in 2015, 2016. So I'm thinking 2016. And it's got a whole map back here, which I'm trying to remember if my original copy has this or not. I have no idea. I don't recall this. Someone let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe it came in sections or like on an actual sheet and you had to put it together. Or maybe it was a part of the cover on cover. Not sure. But yeah. Got all the thumbnails in the back. It's definitely got some stitching in there that I keep seeing it. So yeah, love that I have some extra copies of this one. I can really go crazy and not keep doubting myself. Alright, I'm going to pull these two out together because, well, one, I got them together. These are 2 National Geographic books that I picked up from Ollie's that I'm going to use for colors, if that makes sense. So I saw the big one first, and then I found this little one, and I could not decide in between the two, and I didn't want to regret it, so I picked up both. So excuse me, this one is the most popular Instagram photos from National Geographic. And first of all, do you guys remember when like Instagram was just photos? Like, I feel like I really miss that part of Instagram. Like, literally everything that's on there is videos, and I like to watch videos on YouTube because I just do. I don't know what to say there, but this is just, one, it just feels so nostalgic, and 2, I love that there's so many different colors, and I could easily just use like one of those color palette making apps or thing, I forget what you call them when they're on a website, but can you just use one of those color finding apps and pull the colors and make my own palettes, because this is National Geographic, and if anything they know, it's how to make really good photos and how to get those colors popping. And I think this book will help me to pick out colors. Even this page, even though it's technically just, you know, a grayscale black and white photo, there's still, we know, a lot of different colors that's in here, and I think that would be so fun to make my own color palettes with you know, based off of photos created from National Geographic. Like this one, like, I don't know if you can see, but it's got like purples. You know? I think it would be so awesome. So awesome. So that's what this is about. Ooh. And again, I haven't flipped through the whole thing yet, but I mean, look at that. There's so much inspiration here. You know? So I can see people, I can see animals, and just get all sorts of visual ideas, especially about like shading and shadows and textures, and I think this will really help me. So, and this one's basically just a bigger version of this smaller book. Again, also National Geographic. It's got a cover on cover. And just a ton of color and inspiration. I don't even think I can fit it all on the screen, but it's just amazing. Look at this. You know, especially like seeing like, you know, even like, you know, when we have those coloring pages and you want to give that distance in between the hills in the back versus the hills in the front, like this really just clearly shows you, you know, you want to put your deep dark greens in the back and bring your brighter colors up to the front. See, even like right here, it has like that brighter pale green here. You know? It's very helpful. Oh boy. So yeah, really nice. Lots of inspiration. And, you know, this could be any book for anyone to try and get some inspiration. I'd say, you know, whatever book that you can find for cheap, like this one is supposed to be $50. Obviously I did not pay $50 for this book, and thank God I did not come across the spider page. It will probably get ripped out whenever I find it. Let's be honest, I do not like spiders whatsoever, so sorry to that spider, but it's probably gonna, that page probably is gonna get thrown away. So yeah, 21st century photographs from the image collection. Some great inspiration to keep me coloring and finding the right colors for the things that I want to color. Is there really one more? Oh my gosh, there's one more of these. One more. I think this is the last one. I did not remember that this one was also a new one. But that she is. So one more eerie book. Again, I'm pretty sure I finished out my collection now of eerie books. I think I have them all. And I even still have her calendar, her big coloring calendar that came out many, many years ago. And just look at that cover and all the colors. So nice. Couldn't tell you what it's called though. I don't think on any of her books that are Japanese editions, I don't think I have the actual title names written in on any of them. I don't, not that I don't care to know, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna get her books. I'm gonna get her books. But I need to also like put them in order and give them proper names so I can say the names when I'm coloring in them. I know I need to. I know I do, but I have not, okay? I have not. Ooh, nice. We got another craft paper cover. Yes. So nice. Love that. Oh, look, that's Mr. Tumnus from Narnia. Is it not? Okay, see, I thought that one was Anne of Green Gables. Come on, get in there. So who else we got here then? Oh, that's got to be Mowgli. This is Mowgli. Maybe this is Huckleberry Finn? Alice? That's got to be Alice, right? I don't know what the monkey's about though. I have no idea what the monkey's about. No clue. No freaking clue there. Wow. Okay, so this is definitely like more like storybooks and stuff. Make sure I'm in frame. We got all the thumbnails. This would be great for testing out your mediums. Paper feels a little different. Can't explain it. Now I'm trying to figure out the stories now. I have not flipped through this book. Okay. It's got to be the blind mice, right? Or something? Right? Okay. Tortoise in the hare on their little race. Okay. No clue. What's that one? It's an Aesop fable, right? The one about narcissism, right? It's gotta be. It feels like his reflection should be over here, but I digress. No clue. Helen of Troy? You got me. I have no clue. Oh, it's an old book. I can't say the last name. But I have not read that. Anyway. Okay, Beauty and the Beast. The Nutcracker, right? It's gotta be. And I was about to say Rumpelstiltskin. The Night Before Christmas. Ebenezer Scrooge, right? That's right. Wow. Okay, yeah, Ebenezer Scrooge. Yeah. Very nice. 2023. Very nice. What are they? Are those ornaments? Bookmarks? Maybe bookmarks? Those will make good bookmarkers. Yeah, very nice. Get you some eerie books, y'all. Two books left. Let's start with the not so exciting one. Color Me Mushrooms. I think I spotted this one at my Ollie's. Yes, I did. Because I haven't even pulled the sticker off yet. And I really only got this one because I found the capybara one and didn't realize that it was a whole thing. And then, yeah, there's like a whole series of these books, but I'm not terribly interested in most of them. So I picked up this one just so I had another copy or another version of this book. It's really thick. This one is published in 2024 by Cider Mill Press. And a different artist, Yan Gu. Color Me Mushrooms, a funky fungi coloring book. You could probably use that one as a test page. Definitely could use that as a test page. A frog, yes, probably a toad, but a frog. Look at this, it's really cute. Lines aren't terribly thick, so you can really make it your own if you need to cover up any lines and, you know, do your own thing, you know? Paper feels really nice. Kind of has the same almost thickness as the Creative Haven. Maybe a little bit thinner, maybe just a dash thinner, if not the same as the Creative Haven. But really nice. Let's see, this one probably also has over 100 images. And this god-awful hashtag page. What are they thinking? So, yeah. A whimsical coloring book for fun guys and fun gals. Oh, they're really funny. They are really funny. So tell me if you have any of the other Color Me series and which one's your favorite. If it's one of those fart ones, I don't even, no, not gonna happen. Okay, this is the last one. Also, you can see, like I was mentioning, I'm really struggling with Amazon right now, giving me books in boxes or in containers that are not really protecting the book, but I am not giving them back, and I'm not saying nothing because I'm probably just gonna get another copy. So I picked up Fairy Tales and Folklore coloring book. This is technically my second copy of this one, but this is my first hardback, right? The other one's not a hardback like this, right? It's kind of like a cardstock one, isn't it? I don't think it's like this one. Oh, I didn't show the back. But yeah, it's by Emily as well. Published under Better Day Books. Golly, it's really banged up. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Amazon. You really got to get it together. Good Lord. Oh, and not to mention, look at that. They dotted my book. How dare they? How dare you? How dare you? The audacity. Yeah, Emily Weidenhall Oberg, forward by Claire. And again, Claire is, I think that's who really was pushing for this newest edition. Thank you, Claire. Go follow her as well. Color with Claire. Here's a neat author. Really nice thick paper. I will easily pick up another copy of this one just because. Okay, sad our girls don't have little circles on their cheeks, but you know, the people spoke, and that's what she did. She changed it up. So I thought it was whimsy and cute, what have you, and the people were like, no thank you. So what can you do, you know? So, you know, I can just literally imagine her with her little, you know, honestly, I can add my own cheeks in. I add my own little cheek circles in if I want them so bad, right? And just make everyone upset. Adding in my own little cheek circles on my coloring book. I wish someone would fight me about it. I'm so bad. Oh man, anyway. Yeah, really nice. Very nautical theme. She's got this singular braid on each side. Really nice. Really beautiful. Again, you guys have seen these books time and time again. But of course, if there's anything that you just have to have me flip through, let me know and I will flip through those particular books. I have not colored in this one. I'm still coloring in the other one, the original version of this one. So, looks like Better Days is her new publisher, and they've done a great job getting her books published and looking just as beautiful as before, if not more beautiful than before. Although the older versions, of course, have a special place in my heart. I have both of the originals when they came out, and I'm happy to have this second copy of Fairy Tales and Folklore, and would love to get a second copy of the original Fairy Tales coloring book, but you know, there's a couple of older coloring books that are on my top list that I would love to have second and third copies of as well. But you know, they're just completely gone and out of print and unavailable, so it's really hard to get some of the older coloring books that have been out of print for, you know, 5+ years, because it's been quite a while since I've been coloring on YouTube. So, but yeah, that is it. That is the last one. Okay, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, just put in the comments below, like, any things that we talked about. If you have more of one book or the other, things that you like, things that you didn't like. Do you have double copies of some of your favorite books? Let me know. And if there's any books that you need to see full flip throughs for, that you can't find already on YouTube, let me know and I'll try to take a moment to get those recorded for you. And once again, thank you to everyone who's sent me messages throughout this whole time, just, you know, keeping up with me, checking on me, making sure I'm still breathing. I really appreciate all the encouragement and just the prayers and the love that you guys have shown me. Really appreciate everyone for sticking through with me and being understanding of my unfortunate medical needs at this time. So thank you so much for being here. I don't remember my outro, it's been so long, so big squeeze to everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.